Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is episode 3 of Real Talk Real Estate. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Monday. I wanted to get going here today and answer a few questions. I actually am a member of a networking group here in Evansville, Indiana, and I talked to the members of my networking group and I said, hey guys, I want some content ideas for my show that I do every Monday, and they actually threw a lot of great questions at me that I want to answer today. So one of the first things I want to talk about today is they have some questions about what does a new real estate agent need to know about getting started in real estate, which is a phenomenal question. Andrea, thanks for joining in. What a new agent needs to know about real estate is it is a much different business than a lot of people think of. There's a lot of things that people ask me about all the time, like, hey, what's your base salary look like? What do the hours look like? Things of that nature. And the truth is that it is not a salaried position of any kind. It's actually a 100% commission-based sales profession. That's the most important thing that I thought was pretty obvious for a lot of people, but I guess a lot of people don't realize that that is the case. One of the things that I really stress to people when they're getting started out in real estate is it's about relationships. You know, we are helping handle people's largest financial instrument. So people want to work with someone that they know, like, and trust. If they don't know you, like you, and trust you, they're probably not going to let you handle that transaction. You know, they're buying a house. It's somewhere they live. It's somewhere they get to decorate and utilize as their personal place of residence. That's an important thing, that they want to make sure that the person that they're having help them through that process knows what they're doing. First off, that's really key. Second off, is somebody they enjoy working with, because if you don't like the guy who's helping you buy the house, you're probably not going to trust what he has to say either. You can determine as much as you... That's absolutely the case, Andrea. Great point. You can determine as much as you want to make, and that's the thing that I want to talk about is there's absolutely no ceiling to the income potential in real estate. You can earn as much as you want all the time. You just got to put in the work and the dedication to make it happen. It is about making those relationships, getting to know people, generating referrals, going out, meeting new people, and doing the things necessary to make sure you have those relationships with those people who know, like, and trust you. Another question they asked me was, what does it take to get a real estate license? And the truth is I really only know the specifics in the state of Indiana, because that's where I'm licensed, and I'm licensed exclusively in Indiana. Now, Andrea, who's watching right now, she's gone through the process of reciprocity, and she understands getting dual licensure, so she might be able to help you out with that. If you want to check her Facebook page out, I'll give her a comment once I'm done. Or Andrea, if you want to comment to your page, go ahead and put that in there as well, if anybody's got questions on reciprocity. But in Indiana, it's a 90-hour licensing course that you have to go through. There's 3 tests during the course that you have to take, with an average of 75% across 3 tests. Once you get that portion completed, there's a dual test you have to take, and I call it a dual test because the licensing examination actually has a part of national competency, the things that you need to know about being a real estate agent in the entire country, as well as stuff that you need to know about the Indiana state license laws. No problem, Andrea, I appreciate it. Once you pass those 2 portions, that's when you get into real estate, and you can actually get your license completed once you've passed everything and start selling real estate. Now, that kind of went into the next question that I had, was whether or not Indiana licenses transfer across state lines. The truth is that once you get licensed in one state, in the state of Indiana, you can only help people buy and sell homes in the state of Indiana as their direct representative. Now, I actually belong to a network called the Leading Real Estate Professionals of the World that allows me to pass referrals across the globe. So I can help people with their real estate needs anywhere in the world. I can help them find qualified professionals who will take care of them no matter where they're looking to buy or sell real estate. But I cannot travel across state lines and actually write the contract and help them go through the process. In that case, if you want a second license, like I mentioned previously, some states offer what's known as reciprocity, which means you can just take some licensing examination in that state to get that reciprocal license and be dual licensed. Some states do not offer that, and at that point in time, you would have to go through that state's licensing process, which could include another course, could include more tests, all things of that nature. Each state has its own license law that you would have to check on and find out before you actually are able to get licensed. Now, the other question that I was asked is a great question as well, and the question was, do brokers provide training? And the reason that this question came up is because the actual licensing examination teaches you a bit about real estate. Actually, it teaches you a lot about real estate. But it teaches you a lot of stuff that you don't use on a day-to-day basis. It's core competency information like the square footage in an acre, how to calculate cubic concrete or cubic meters of concrete, things that it's good information, but you're probably never actually going to utilize in a specific real estate transaction from day to day. A lot of brokers offer some phenomenal training. I'm fortunate enough to be associated with FC Tucker MD Realtors here in Southwest Indiana, and they go above and beyond on their training to make sure their agents have a ton of professional training on how to handle proper marketing of homes when you have them listed and going above and beyond, getting them sold in the shortest amount of time for the highest amount of money. We do a weekly building session known as Build Your Business that is absolutely phenomenal training for making sure that we're up to date on all the things that are changing from time to time. Hey Aaron, hope you're doing good, man. The other great thing is we have a training program known as Fast Track. When new agents come into a lot of places, brokers are like, hey man, congratulations, here's your desk, here's your phone, you're on your own. That's just not the case here at FC Tucker. We want to make sure that our agents know what's going on. Fast Track is a 6-week program that we have that all our new agents go through. They learn all about our multiple listing service to make sure they know how to properly search for homes, set you up for searches, make sure they're finding what our buyers need. They know how to search that to find comparable properties, to do a proper market analysis, to help sellers properly list their homes at the right price and market it as well as possible to bring them buyers all the time. In addition to that, we teach them about the local customs. Different areas have different ways they handle transactions, whether that be how the title insurance is handled, whether that be the type of possession that you're looking at, the property taxes, how those are being handled between the buyer and seller. A lot of things that people don't realize that go into the real estate transaction that the licensing course doesn't really teach you. So FC Tucker 100% make sure all their agents are trained as well as they possibly can be, so that when we're representing our clients, we're making sure we have their best interests at heart. We're making informed recommendations, and we're helping them through the process and keeping their interests protected. So those were some great questions that I had from my networking group. If you've got any additional questions on kind of this topic, let me know in the comments down below. I always leave these live videos up, save them to my page so you can rewatch them at a later time. And I love to have a conversation about this stuff. Real estate is what I love, and Real Talk Real Estate is here specifically to give you the truth behind the topic that a lot of people think they know about, but they have a lot of questions still. So anything you want to know, let me know in the comments below. You can shoot me a message as well, or you can give me a call at 812-779-6273, and I'll be back next week live at 5 with Real Talk Real Estate. Have a good one.